At 42, George Foreman was making his first appearance in the ring since losing a valiant 12-round decision to undisputed heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield less than 8 months ago. Big George had shown everyone how his return to the ring had been one that carried serious intentions with his brave and competitive showing against Holyfield, and as a result he was now respected as a genuine heavyweight contender.
Middle age, I was still considering myself an athlete and ready to conquer the world.
Foreman had selected the undefeated former Boise State football player Jimmy Ellis to fight next.
Looking back at it now, really all I did when I was on the football field was fight.
He comes to us tonight from Boise, Idaho, undefeated and hungry for another victory. Ladies and gentlemen, right on, Jimmy Ellis. Tonight, we turn the page to Part 3, Chapter 1 in the ongoing career of this boxing legend. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former heavyweight champion of the world, Big Foreman.
But he does not belong in the ring on his record and his experience with the George Foreman.
Foreman heavily favored in this bout, in favor of George Foreman. Jimmy Ellis coming out of George. George throws a big left, a hard left to the body of Jimmy Ellis. George is in the orange and purple, Jimmy Ellis in the black and the blue. George throwing left jabs, one glancing off the nose of George Foreman that misses entirely. George Foreman. George throws another left and another left. He tries to get through the body of George Foreman, connects with a right to the head. There's a left to the head of George Foreman, another right to the body. George Foreman said just yesterday that these are dangerous fights, wild and they're strong. He has every bit of respect for his opponent, Jimmy Ellis.
The Foreman jab was doing damage early as his forehead was slowly turning pink.
Right. Jimmy Ellis beginning to bridge of his nose. Ellis comes out of the camp of 10 Goose Boxing and George Foreman weighs in with left right. Foreman seemingly connecting at will to the face of Jimmy Ellis.
Don't make this guy get close to you. You're using that jab.
There's Foreman with a left-right combination. He sets it up with that lumbering left. We're set for round number 2. They schedule Ellis in a black and blue, and that might be, yes, George Foreman is a massive target, but he does not give it up easy as he connects with the left jab to the face of Jimmy Ellis.
Come on back with it. Come on back with it.
There's a left to the body of Ellis. You know that's got to hurt. George Foreman weighing in. Both men exchanging, and that looks like it sent Jimmy Ellis into a land that he didn't want to go so early. Sensing the kill, George. There's a left off the head of Jimmy Ellis, whose leg is where he wants it. It's now a matter of time. As Foreman sets his man into his eyes.
At the midway point of the second round, Foreman landed a thudding left hook that sent Ellis into the ropes.
A right to the chin of Jimmy Ellis, yet he is game. He still stands on. There's another combination.
As Foreman reluctantly hurting Ellis, the timekeeper inadvertently rang the bell 15 seconds early, signifying an end to the round.
Foreman throws a left-right combination again. I do not think that this is going to go. Ellis is game. He throws a right to the chin of George Foreman. He's coming in after George. There's a left that misses, a left that hits him in the face. Ellis counters, but those left rights of George. There's a left flush on the face of Jimmy Ellis. Foreman throws a left right again. Ellis counters. Right uppercut. There's a left to the head of Ellis. Another left. Left and right combination and overhand.
With the third halfway gone, and having proved his chin was as strong as his heart, Ellis was saved by Steele's decision to stop the bout.
There's a left to the face of Jimmy Ellis. look at that right by George Foreman as he connects to the head of Jimmy Ellis. Ellis's game, but every one of those punches of Foreman's are connecting.
I hit him with a lot of hard shot and kind of hurt. He must have been a hell of a football player.
As for Ellis, this was his last moment on the big stage.
Blow of the round. That set up a right.
The march goes on, ladies and gentlemen, for the winner by TKO, Big George Foreman.
Foreman would march on, winning the heavyweight crown less than 3 years down the road.
Here in round 10, there's a right hand, down goes Moore, he's flat on his back, he may not get up.
With the victory, at the age of 45, Foreman became the oldest fighter ever to win the heavyweight crown as well as the boxer with the most time between one world championship and the next.